Over the weekend, let's get straight to it.
Yeah.
The sad event occurred over the weekend, and the news filtered in that sister Osinachi passed on. And first of all, the causes. If you don't know her, she is reputed for the fame for the song Ekweme, which I didn't even know.
Oh, really?
Massive song. Yeah. Yes, that she was one. And I'll tell you why I didn't know, and why many other people didn't know up until now. It was said that it was because of throat cancer. But as the day went on into the next day, revelation started coming in that she was abused. She was abused, domestic abuse over a period of time. That this was it culminated in her death, and this had happened. It was over for a while, for a very long while. Friends, now the family this morning, her sister put up a statement and said, yes, this was the case. That in fact, it was said that there were blood clots on her chest, you know, while she was in a coma for 5 days before she passed on.
Coma.
And then everybody's now a marriage counselor. After this, everybody's now a marriage counselor. You know, there are a lot of things that come to mind. There's anger, there's angst. Everybody is angry, you know. And then, in spite of all of this, some very wicked pastors decide to bring out some stupid statements in a bid to say
about her dying for the church.
In a bid to say that divorce is not an option. Extremely stupid statements. One or two of them have apologized after the backlash.
The pastors,
So yeah, some of them. But then, look at where we are as a people. Look at where we are as a people. I mean, there were messages. There was talk of her deciding that she would fight for it. And we know how it is. We've had people, gospel singers even before now, who were or who are divorced and they were cut off. Nobody wants to bring a divorcee into a church.
I'm sure Mary has plenty to say about this. You look rather
No, I want you to say what you have to say, because my own go plenty.
Yeah, well, I have plenty to say. Now, everybody's come out to talk about the case of domestic violence, which you cannot separate from this instance. It did happen. But I'd like us to also dial back and go way back from just before that. Now, she was in a relationship that many could say I don't want to say she was forced to remain in, but when you look at it, like you have also noted, religion played a big part in her situation. Her choice to want to remain, many say perhaps, was a religious one. But I also want to take it to her entertainment factor or her entertainment inclinations. The fact that she was a big artist when it comes to the gospel genre. And I do dare say that if not for the fact that if not for the fact of religion, that she could have had other expressions that were not really religious. Now, this is just me. It's not a claim or anything. My point is the part that religion plays in our every decision-making. Now, how religion has caused people to make certain decisions that has cost them in the end. Religion doesn't just stop there. It also influences people, the people in your circle, and all of that, and how they see you, how they regard you, and the changes or what you call it that you have to make to remain in that status in their eyes. Eye service, like we call it in Nigeria. I don't know. Religion is not made for people to be trapped, is my point. I think religion is supposed to be something that liberates you. It's very unfortunate, however, that religion is becoming something that people are using to actually entrap people in certain situations, whether it's marriages, whether it's in their expression, or so on and so forth. I have plenty to say on that, but I'm just going to restrain myself and not go any further.
Okay, so because, of course, religion is something that is very sensitive and we can't talk much about it, I would rather not focus too much on that, but focus on we as humans. Now, what I just want to say is this. Number one, she had family, she had friends. People who were witnessing everything she was going through. Now, this lady says, oh, she believes her husband will change someday. And so everybody's rallying around her, protecting her, ensuring that the news doesn't filter to the public. Because even church members didn't even know what was going on. Like, people who were seeing her on the regular didn't know what was going on. Only you know, pastor
I dare say that is as an
friends.
Influence of religion, because you want to portray that very perfect family because
so
you're a minister yourself.
I find it worrisome that nobody did anything to save her or to even get her some kind of help so that she can know how to make her choices. That's one. Two, divorce. Divorce is something that is very sensitive. It's something that many people try to go around. But let me put it this way. What is marriage in the first instance? Two people coming together. If it's not working, what do? You go your separate ways. But when you want to go your separate ways, there are so many catches. You have children, you have family, you have so many factors. If it's not working, go. If it's not giving you peace, go. Life is so short. It's insane. You spend about 25 to 30 years of your life with your parents. You spend 30 to 60 years with the person you marry, which is way longer than you spent with your parents. So why would you want to live the rest of that long life of yours miserable, getting beaten up? And I'm not talking about women getting beaten up alone. I'm talking about men in abusive marriages, because I know so many men in abusive marriages. There's one I'm currently dealing with now that I'm still helping the guy with counseling and all. Some men are suffering. Your wife is hitting you, but because you want to come out, he's a macho man, tall, huge, but if you see his wife, Shankolo, and yet she beats him up. So he's ashamed to even come out and tell people that this small woman is the one abusing him. People are going through hell in their marriages, and everybody is just keeping mute or trying to hide under religion. Because that's what I feel. I think you're just hiding under it because you're afraid to move out, to make your own money, to take care of your children, to pay your own bills.
So you do agree with me then that it's religion first and then the case of domestic violence?
As I said, I'm trying to avoid the religious thing because many people hide under it. That's my own take. You interpret the Bible the way you want to. You make it seem like it's all straight-jacketed. Just a few years ago, the Pope came out and said, "Oi, the divorcees are going to be embraced in the church again." Because there used to be a time in the Catholic Church, for example, that when you are divorced, you're a persona non grata. And that has changed.
See,
that's my point.
It's insane.
It is.
That's my point.
It is as it is. Religion in Africa is deleterious.
Is what?
Deleterious in its working. It enshackles people, and that is what it has become. Frank Edwards put up a post. He was in a live video. He said he was in the studio when her husband slapped her at one point for singing a song.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Because he didn't want her to sing it. He was controlling
so he
her.
was a manager then, I guess.
Much more than that. There was a time, in fact, he said that there was a time they invited her for an event. She said Frank Edwards should lie to the husband.
That it wasn't paid for. That it wasn't
a paid for gig.
Yeah.
And she didn't finally get that gig. I think that was the reason why many people did not know her, because that song was so big.
I believe that she would have been a huge mega star if it wasn't for all the shackles that she was supposed to.
You know why I'm avoiding this religiously? Because even our culture, tradition too contributes. But you know what? It's a huge subject. I would like to hear from you. Just share your opinion with us at TVC Connect on social media. #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Thank you.